Hello everybody, Jim Fleeler, Vice President of Sales for Charlotte Products. Thanks for joining us today. We continue our education in the industry to help facilities like yourselves and of all types to really know and understand the industry, what to clean with, the processes involved, and what products and things like that. Thanks for joining us. As we came out of COVID, people call it post-COVID, which it is indeed. Obviously, the expectation level of every single one of us has increased. It does not matter if you're Mr. and Mrs. Mom, you're Mr. and Mrs. Local Business, you're an employer, an employee, or whatever it may be. Every single one of us has raised the bar of expectations of service, in particular today's topic about food establishments or restaurants, okay? Before, we used to accept a lower standard of cleanliness, we used to accept a lower level of service, maybe even a lower level grade of food and things like that, but today, the population atmosphere and the population attitude has actually changed. So what do they expect? Well, we want higher than ever, better service. We want cleaner facilities. We want facilities, and in this case I'm talking specifically restaurants, we want to go into a restaurant and know that it's clean, that it's fresh air, that there's not stains, there's not debris all over. When we get seated at a table, we don't want to have salt and pepper and the condiments spilt on there and things like that. Ripped benching, ripped seats, all of those kinds of things, graffiti, marks, gum, just an atmosphere that actually needs to raise without question, okay? We're looking for spotless glass, spotless dishware, spotless utensils, utensils that are in better shape than ever. No longer will we accept the bent fork and the food that comes in it, and actually, inferior dishwashing programs and things like that. We're looking for clean, sanitized tables. We've all witnessed when you're coming to the table and the person who's cleaning the restaurant tables is walking around with a rag and maybe a trigger bottle, and they're quickly cleaning your table before you sit. In fact, we've all experienced when we sit down on the table that the table's still wet, as a matter of fact. They're not following the guidelines of the Department of Public Health. We're not respecting the dwell time for the sanitizer that they use, and in cases it's 60 seconds, but they're certainly not pre-cleaning the tables, right? And that is a no-no. By the law, you have to pre-clean before you sanitize surfaces. So we all witness that is not happening, has not happened, but post-COVID virus, we hope that people are actually doing that. Presentable menus, clean menus, menus that have larger font than before, because the average age of people is a little older, and they actually want to have, one way to impress a customer is to have larger font on your menus, clearer, precise, and clean, no stains and things like that on it. Positive attitudes from the service staff, right? We all have a function to do, but keep in mind, we're in a better mood when we're going to dine than somebody is actually working, so have some respect there. But I mean, the people that really want to be there and really service you, and be rewarded for it through tips and gratuities and things like that as well. So, and then the other thing based on restaurants is when you go to the washroom, right? This is really the make it or break it category, if you ask me. I mean, you can have the best meal at the front of the house, right? But when you go to the back of the house where the washroom is, and you've got a nasty urinal, a nasty sink, inferior soap dispensers, bad towel and tissue, foul smells, faucets that don't work, rust, lime, stain buildup, silicone everywhere and things, and I can tell you, I'm talking I've been in a restaurant in the last couple of weeks, and that's why I'm so fresh on it. A dryer that doesn't work, I mean, waste baskets that are underneath the dryer, so when the dryer does work, it blows down and spreads debris. Who knows what's been in the garbage pail and things like that. We are looking for a higher caliber establishment, regardless of what food or nationality or what type of restaurant that you have there now. So taking that into account, what's in it for you, the customer, what's in it for us? Well, it's business longevity. It's profitability. It costs so much more money to keep a customer, to get a customer to come back than it does to retain them. So keep that in mind. Why are we talking about this today? Because us at Charlotte can help you with that. It's a very, very simple process. We make it very easy for you to clean and sanitize your facilities. We have a short video following here, but I want to talk just for a couple of minutes, point over my shoulder. We have the complete program for every single one of you, regardless of the type of restaurant and food establishment that you're in. We have your microfiber color-coded programs, your trigger bottle programs, your trigger caps, if you don't like atomizing in the air, pump-up sprayers and things like that. So everything ready, and even 3-bay sink systems for manual wash and things like that. But here's a question that I'll tease you about this a little bit, because upcoming in a video, if we could give you 2 concentrated products that were less money, ready to use, that actually took care of all of your training needs, where language barriers may be there, with a color-coded program, for cleaning. If we could give you those 2 concentrated products that would replace that would actually do 95% of your cleaning and sanitizing functions in your restaurant and food establishment, is that something that may work for your facility? That's exactly what I've got over my shoulder here. I've opened the cabinet so you can see these 2 specific products here to clean everything from the front of the house to the back of the house, to then sanitizing properly at the proper ppm, all locked, safe for your employees. Stay tuned, we're going to talk about that in an upcoming feature, but right now we want to go to our video that explains our food service sanitizer in the bottles ready to use, and also in a concentrate form, and our dilution control top to make it easy for you when the Department of Public Health comes in. You can verify that to them exactly, right to the point, that you've got accurate dilution, ppm, you understand the process, and that's what we're here to do. So thanks for watching today. Stay safe, and we'll talk to you in the near future. Thank you. Thanks for joining us today. My name is Jim Fleeler, Vice President of Sales for Charlotte Products in Canada, and I want to take a few minutes today and talk to you about our Servclean food service, food processing sanitizer. It comes in several different put-ups here. The first size is a 946 ml bottle. This is ready to use, so there's no need to dilute. If employee turnover is a bit of an issue, basically the people would come in, you can show them this is the bottle they use, and they use it on all the food service contact points. Simply add a trigger sprayer, add a flip top, you could mix it in some containers, ready to use, and you're all set. So that's one really solid peace of mind way that you can go and you're in business with sanitizing right away. The next one we'll come to is our Servclean Sanitize. Now this is a concentrated version here. This dilutes at 1 to 512, so that means that this bottle here makes 513 bottles of ready-to-use sanitizer. That is very economical for the tightest budget. This is the one that you would want to go with. The only issue with this one is this is an open stock, so the top's open, and it's relying on you to mix it 100% correctly, so that is an issue that way if you don't have any kind of wall-mounted dispensing and things like that. So, but very economical, serves its purpose. The third one I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to put my glasses on, I have my gloves on before I forget, is our 2-liter concentrate. Same specific product, concentrated, but it has a no chemical contact insert. Now this insert is here that it lowers the risk of a chance of a splash in a worker's eyes or on skin or anything. So this container built with the utmost safety in mind. So what do we do with that? What we need to do is we need a dilution device of some sort. So I have our brand new portable dilution control system here. It's pre-diluted at 1 to 512. It's very easy to use. Okay, you would simply take your water source, tighten the cap. You take this cap off, simply thread this on, and you are all set, okay? So all you do at the touch of your finger there is just take and fill. Here's your bottles, which we supply secondary labels for you as well. You would simply take this, fill, dispense to your desired level, put your trigger on, and you're ready to go. Okay, and when it comes to filling pails, buckets, whatever, you would simply take this, dispense, press, fill to your desired level, and you're set that way. So really, 3 different packaging put-ups here that will match any particular type of facility and the skill set of all your employees and the importance of sanitizing through your facility. Now, one thing that we want to verify. Sanitizing requires a certain ppm. It's either between 200 and 400. It depends on the particular facility. Infection control officers will dictate that. So what we do recommend is when you go through a facility and you fill charge buckets and mop buckets with your sanitizer, which I've just filled there, that you constantly check the ppm count. And it's very simple. I take my solution in my bucket. I'm taking my test strip. I'm soaking it here. Okay, and I'm seeing that it changes, verifies, and then I simply want to verify and match it to the amount of ppm and the color on the side of the container. And you can see right there, I'm right within the limits of where I need to be, and that's solid peace of mind. But keep in mind, when I go room to room area from butcher shop to produce to deli to bakery, I'm dispensing some of that sanitizer, so I constantly want to check my ppm. So that there is an absolute must for any food processing or even disinfectant process, as a matter of fact. So really just one simple idea from sanitizing food prep and food service facilities from field to table, 3 different put-ups, just another example of how Charlotte cares and helps you lower the risk of an outbreak. Thank you.